Hello, in this Friday Functions video, we just want to update you on a change we've made to the troubleshooting icons. For instance, in the past, any warnings about delegation were in a little blue circle with an I in the middle as information. However, we wanted to make your experience in Power Apps consistent across the Office 365 and Dynamics 365 experiences by keeping it consistent with what you see elsewhere. And in most cases, warnings are represented by a yellow triangle with an exclamation point in it. So we promoted it from being an information icon to being a warning icon. Now, this does not change the impact to your application at all. Delegation has the same impacts it had before, and this warning means the same thing. Okay, it hasn't changed its meaning. It's just that all warnings will be shown with a typical Office 365 warning icon. Now, that means that when you create an error, so if I go up here into my formula, and I type value instead of text, now I have an error which prevents my app from working. So errors, on the other hand, are shown with the X. That means this is really bad, and it's red. And that's another thing that you've seen consistently in our cloud subscriptions, where when there's an error, you get a red symbol, right? So now you've got a red symbol with an X in the middle. Now, this means that sometimes we will have things that are related. They're only information only situation. And when that occurs, you'll get a little blue circle with the I in the middle. And we're going to leverage that to give you information, which it is well known for in other applications. So you'll be surprised to note that we're going to work hard to add additional information to help you to follow a few of our best practices. And so that will slowly start to appear in your apps, the information icon, and with some suggestions of what you can be doing. Now, by the way, which you should find shortly, so you should probably see the color changes already. But with them, we now have the actual app checker that's associated with this that will enable you to look for all the formula issues in your entire app that have problems and allow you to check for accessibility. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this because we will be having a webinar to cover how to build apps with accessibility and how to use the app checker. But if you do right now, if you click on any of those colored icons, so before when you click on the icon, it would take you straight to the formula. Now when you click on the icon, it will actually do both. Kind of get you into this panel to help you see more about that warning. And then you can learn more about the warning by clicking the arrow on the right, which will give you more detail about the warning. And again, if you had an error, right? So if we go in here and make that error again, value, right? So now we have an error. You'll notice that I have a whole bunch of formula errors. Why? Because I just changed that on my gallery, which means that every control related to this gallery is now broken, right? So let's change that so we're not as drastic on this. So let me just take that, put it back to the right thing, and then let me make the error in just this label. I'm still going to get a lot of responses, as far as this being wrong, but you can see it's less impactful because it's just on that one control, but it tells me that the name I have put there is invalid, right? And then I can go in here and kind of see what this invalid name is. Now, this is where I do get a red error. We will continue to improve your info experience so that you can get some help correcting the error. But for now, if you click on the error itself, it will take you directly into the formula, which means that let's suppose I had selected something else and now I'm down here, I'm working, I'm doing something else. And then I open up my app checker over here and I see, oh, I have two errors. If I want to find this error, I can just click on it and it'll take me to the control and or the formula that's related to that error. So just wanted to keep you up to date on what's going on with all that we're doing for improving your ability to troubleshoot applications. So in one part, we've changed some of the icons and the colors so that they're more consistent with Office 365. And on the other side of the coin, we've also added some ability for us to share some best practices through the info icon, which is the blue one with the eye in the center. And then you'll get the webinar later in July all about how to build apps for accessibility, and it will cover the accessibility checker. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. There's too much to talk about this week, so you got 3. So enjoy them, and I look forward to seeing you at the next Freddy Functions video.